Okay. Well, man, I have a lot to say. Today was kind of shitty, and things just kept piling on, and I guess I just thought that they would, stop. It's just so shitty. Like, oh, God, I wanted, here's the rant. The rant is actually about personal responsibility and how, that shit just doesn't stop. And you make decisions and you sign up for things, and then you have to, follow through. It isn't just about making, the initial commitment. It's really about, just what you do after that. And it's just a lot of things all fell on me today, and these are all things that have to do with stuff back in the States, and I'm not there right now. So to be responsible for that shit, and I'm not even there, is wild. I'm not there. I can't let it go. It's not me. It's not even me. It's not like I'm holding on or something. It's just all of that responsibility is still mine, and that is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And I guess there was a couple videos that I watched today that I wanted to briefly talk about. There's the Lululemon situation where there was a black woman who goes into Lululemon. She spends $600, which is quite a lot of money to spend at a clothing store that's athleisure. And they racially profile her, which is obviously illegal, but then they accuse her of stealing things. And they asked to get her contact information and to look through her bag and stuff like that. It's she'd vlogged herself buying the things, so she says that she wants to return the things, and basically all these other women start making content about asking why are black women still shopping at Lululemon. The founder or something has come out talking about how he only wants certain people shopping there and things like that. And I kind of feel after listening to that CEO's message, and then there were a couple other things that happened today which I feel some people haven't even thought about, and I gotta admit, I don't care. I just think that they're funny topics. So the first thing that happened, it sounds like Vivek Ramaswamy and Donald Trump want to increase the number of H-1B visas to supposedly increase the number of talented engineers in the US, but I gotta call bullshit on that, because if you guys haven't seen, the tech layoffs there's so many tech layoffs that are happening. People are starting to say don't go into software engineering, there's not enough jobs. So and then what would make you think that an engineer who comes from some school overseas is going to be better than an engineer who graduated here, especially an engineer who's been working in industry for a number of years? That's really weird, and I think that it's more about really changing the ethnicity of people in the country. So many conservatives have come out and said that we are against this because they are across the board against immigration policies. They want to decrease immigration, and so increasing it for any group is not acceptable. And I think that what Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are talking about, they're we want to create this elite class of software engineers, except there's really talented engineers who are already here. If infrastructure problems aren't getting solved, it's more probably because their teams are understaffed. They could hire more engineers, they just don't. They just they'll have all these criteria for why they're not gonna hire certain people. They'll be the coding interview, that's gonna really be the thing that's gonna determine if somebody could do the job. Being on a team longer, knowing more things, that's what's going to make you better at being effective on that job. It's not having more schooling per se. So the fact that they're trying to make it sound oh, well, these engineering schools are better. No, they're not. All the engineering schools that are accredited here in the States are good. well, not, I'm not in the States, but that are there are good. And the students who are there are working really hard to graduate from those programs, and those students are knowledgeable. So if you're saying you need to go overseas to find more engineers, you just don't like the people here that are already there for whatever reason. I don't care either way, because like I'm not there and I'm not really intending to be there ever, but like that's kind of messed up if you ask me. And then I saw another video, and maybe I'll watch this to kind of like hear what she was saying, but Jules made a video and she was like, yo, Black women in 2025, take the year off. And I gotta say, yes. Like, yeah. Just, I don't even know. Like, yes. Black women in 2025, like, we don't need no rallies. We don't need no protests. We really need, if you want to talk about something, talk about travel, food, or commentary on, it could be a TV show, but hopefully it's not like one of those pop the balloon TV shows. Like, make commentary on maybe music or like old documentaries, classic television shows, character plots. Let's dive deep and get into like some real critical analysis here. Maybe I will turn this channel into this if I stop having things to talk about, but I just feel like I have so much to talk about, so I don't necessarily need to dive into that, but I could. I mean, I'm actually interested in making content about Grownish. I think the show is very interesting, and I feel like a lot of people have not talked about the show enough. I actually haven't seen really any commentary on the show, but yeah. There was one other topic that came up today that I wanted to talk about. It's basically just responsibility, bro. Like, I think it's wild that, I guess to go back to, like, the Lululemon girl, like, I think it's wild that there are certain women who might hear about this happening and feel like distance themselves from it and feel like, oh, that's her, like she's dealing with that, but like I'm not dealing with that, so like I don't care. And like they really feel like that, and you might sit here and wonder, like, why don't they see themselves in that girl? And that's kind of something that I want to say, and that it's just one of the other reasons that I keep coming online, to just make content in general, because I feel like I feel like I have things in common with other like Black women, other people, and I can like point to those things specifically, and like I feel like if people are getting away with harming members of my group, then they're going to get away with harming me, and like I don't like that. And that's because I like myself, right? It's okay for other people to sit around and be like, they don't like me, but to like disrespect my humanity is where it becomes an issue for me, and like I don't have to accept that. I mean, if you do, that's on you, but like, yeah, I don't have to. So that's kind of where I'm at.